Look, y'all, the vertigo sex. Cyclone, hurricane, Hurricane Carter. Ooh. Hell. Damn. Didn't the mafia throw Hurricane in jail? Nope, I haven't seen you. It'd be crazy, but it's not like Bram struck with them damn how they floating shit. I don't need a footstep. You been coming to the front door. What you look like? No, I haven't seen you. Don't even try that shit. What's your name? Huh? What? Everybody know you but me. Oh, haven't seen you. You know what? Y'all can believe this. In my life, the only time I found problems in a black and white relationship is with the black woman and the white guy. Hey, the white girl, you think you better than us. White guy, who you think you are? I'm gonna take it. The white guy, who you think you are? Better than us? Who you think you talk to? You think you talk to us like you can hear? Not quite ready to face the day? That's why we're here with free hot breakfast at together. Look at Hampton.com. Yeah, it's a problem with that in this area. Even if I'd have married a white girl, y'all would have broke it up. I bet you Griffin having all kinds of problems. People thinking who Griffin think he is with a white girl. On both sides. And then the brother saying, if I get her, I got Griffin's girl. Same with the man. If I get her, all the men. I got Griffin's girl. He ain't all that. Bitch, I made her feel bad. Like, you, that's what it seemed like to me. Like, I got treated the same way. I make him feel better. I made her feel better. I got your girl. It was always like that when I was with a Caucasian. For the black, me, anyway, I don't know about the rest of them. But I noticed that. Black girl be talking about once you leave black, you can never come back. Huh? Didn't you just go over there and come back? Ain't you making it? Why you on the right side with him and we over here with the... Why you always over there with the white guy and we not, not with him all the time? I don't understand it. And go back to that white girl you was with. You thought I was better? Nah, I ain't one of those people, just because I got treated bad in the hood, I thought I was better than everybody because I got somebody to treat me. Kinda. Y'all tripping on that. Told you, you want black and white together, let them stay together. Don't be intervening, talking about who he think he is, who she thinks she is. And then if a black woman get like that, shoot, I get that white guy on you that I got. And that mess with me. Seem like it. I could be wrong. I'm paranoid. I'm sick. I take medicine. That's just what happened in my life. You don't realize, rich people, you ain't hurting me. Because I never had anything from the beginning. I was always defeated. Who was you fighting? Look at my skin tone. In the 60s, when y'all was mad at King, I was defeated when I was born. Fight a population that's outnumbered me. That's dumb. Another thing, like I said, you talking, not the money. So when you talk about who you think you talking to, I think I'm talking to a human, but you acting inhuman, so I don't know. The money ain't talking. Ain't that make me feel important to have money? I just felt alive. You learn to compensate without money, so I don't know how I feel to be money to feel important. Sorry if you think I'm dissing, but I ain't no gold digger. I ain't got no family to rip you off and say I did it for the kids trying to get out of it. Anyway, you put me away, you ain't gonna find nobody else like me. Yeah, I'm a government official. Protect the citizen 100%. This is fact. We gonna run Operation Twat Twat to get in the top. The enemy, yeah. That's a covert operation. Like I'm. That's when the lesbian come in with the deal though. They be like, okay. Nope, I haven't seen you. It'd be crazy. It's not like Bram stroke or something. Damn how they floating shit. I don't even need a footstep. You can come to the front door. What you look like? No, I haven't seen you. Don't even try that shit. What's your name? Huh? What? Everybody know you but me. Oh, haven't seen you. Diane ain't got a boy to board him. She can get him on aphrodisiac and cheese with that twat twat. He'd be like, please, please. And she'd be like, no, multiple, multiple, multiple. Gotta try hard. You ain't working hard now. I'm supposed to do it better than the white man. Yeah, I was a bad little kid. I was the only one to say, Daddy, why don't you pick on somebody like a man? And he chased me. He got me though. I ain't know he could run that fast either. The drain got him. Drained his knee. Ain't never been right at me. Tripped over that thing. Caught me off at the pass too. Woo. Damn, they say he had your ass to go take that fence call. Yeah. That's one of the kids ain't like that. You know? Catch a mama or father with another girl or a parent broke up, but you know, walk up on her in the bedroom, with the door open, and holler, class, class, shut up. Thank you. Shut the door on a punk. Daddy, daddy, you don't even know how to scare your girl straight. You tell her, STD, you know what that is? That's like yeast infection. You don't keep clean. Yeah, chlamydia, lead to syphilis. If you catch it, I'm gonna tell the doctor put some maggots between it to get infection, because maggots eat infection. You want some maggots between your legs, you get out there. I dead. You be Magalina, Hagalina when I'm done. Hey, I ain't seen no crickets. I see cricket spider now. They done made it the spider with the crickets. Yeah, hey, cricket spider, stink bugs. Ain't no beetles. What happened to, ooh, what happened to the violence? You have a cricket? No, hey, the violence one day. Left car. Left. Y'all ain't hear it? Around the nation? Nowhere I know. I'm like, shit, they eat about the crickets. But I don't love it ain't much. Y'all better be glad y'all ain't got Mr. McCullough, my black fourth grade teacher. I'm at it too. You get him wrong. You ever seen that Doc Spock move on your neck? You be like, okay. Whatever you say, Mr. McCullough. Or that ear move right by the ear. When he, oh, I'm a big hood. He all spoiled. He used to go to my church too. Hey, dope dog. Here's one for your debut album. Narc, 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 narc. Gonna get your narc, narc, narc. Start narc, narc, narc. Gonna get you 'cause you're narc. Sound like a dog when you started to bark. But I'ma grab you by the ears, pull you by the ears, take you down like a narc. Tears. Unless it changed, it's dark in the bathrooms in Toulon, France. I ain't lying. They got poopy urinals. Yeah, you can't be drunk on them, because you got to swipe without touching the bowl. But if you a little tipsy, Bad butt too. I must have some balance back then, boy. I had to go. Y'all know. Y'all know. These girls ain't like Ruth. They ain't like Emma's Duffin. I'm on the Emma's Duffins. You don't know. Yeah, guess what, y'all? Sometimes when you in life, you gotta be like, did you see that? Nah, I ain't see that. Me neither. Like if it's a ghost or something, because you'll say, he crazy. So sometimes you see stuff, be like, nah, I ain't see that. You see? And then you ever talk to somebody and they totally don't get it. They will. That's something a white person would do. If you do it around them, when they don't get it, they be like, I'm gonna kill that man. Boy, I tell you, y'all dog little boys all over the place. That was messed up, how you did the toaster strudel boy. Toaster strudel in his little outfit. He should sue now. I can't get no girls after you. Boy, I hate that stigma Navy. What's his on the building? Excuse me. Yeah, I can sign the problem. Yeah, I hate that stigma, that Navy stigma. Yeah. Come home, they in the household too, sitting at the table, the homeboy. Like, what y'all do out to see when you get lonely? You be like, man, you been in jail or something? That's a hideous thing for two guys talking about. I mean, but I mean, what, who makes you mad between us two? Questioning me, like it's a plastic rule, military now. Then you ugly duckling, there ain't nobody want. Then you hit Duffin and Navy. You get snide. Like, I'm gonna go to Sniders and buy some chicken. Grocery store. Damn. They stopped dishonoring my parents. That's about my hygiene and my cleanliness. And my work ethics. You don't know my parents. You ain't see my Navy locker. You ain't see my room when I was with Wendy compared to her room. You ain't see how I used to clean the bathroom. But I lost my motivation because you make it hard to do an easy job now. Somebody. So I ain't trying to get back in the workforce. Just as a janitor, sweep something up, then turn around, stuff on the ground again. Go clean the bathroom, run especially for the post office. Never keep that damn bathroom clean. And then I can't be a supervisor for the post office now because I help the employees work. like I can sit around all damn day and watch time just tick away slowly. Shit. I'm done with my and whatever I had to do with supervise. I mean, it ain't like they told me to take inventory on the supplies and order them supplies too, because I could have did that. And I'm like, damn, was the work done? Really, but damn bathroom. So I'm like jumping on this man's case. Man, I ain't really jump on his case, but the bathroom, it ain't the toilet, the sink. And he was like, I did it. I'm like, look, man, let me go in there again. Man, look. And I went there and did it for him. He came back. Told you. Like, yeah, you was right. Keep the damn safe clean. And you dumb if you dealing with ink and won't wash your hands. Just to pee, guys. Girls too. And then he's being Jan, that's nasty. Clean the bathroom in the woman's stall, because sometimes it's kind of bloody. Or you ain't protected, you can get sick. I've been to work. I like, but Y'all tripping. Y'all need to get. You want to get and be able to retire or something because that fast money and laying around on parents ain't working. If you live with my dad, I don't care how many trophies you had. He saw you winning and he helped the household and eating too, sleeping too. Your trophy would have been out of the door and you would have been going out behind them. Don't dishonor my parents. You don't know them. And I get offended by it. Especially on that one song, Love Me Like a Rob. She loved me, got down on knees, hugged me. Can't you see she prayed to God for me and that was her way of really hugging me. More than sex. You perverted and to think something like that and to talk about my mother like that. I can't kick your ass. I'll be ready to cry. I mean, because I can't get to you after you insinuate something like that about my mom. I mean, I had to kick somebody's butt for stealing her rent money and she couldn't eat. That's why I was smiling in the photo. Yeah, in a tie. But they told me to go report after work because he had a warrant on me. But I ain't care. Steal my mother's rent money and she can't eat for a month. I can't compensate, especially after I took her on her birthday. And come back, we had good times. Start crying, tell me that. Gee, I'd be glad you ain't in the casket. But I'm sorry. Yeah, y'all don't know how much I don't like narcotics. Yeah, because when my mom was on her deathbed, they tried to hustle her. I'm like in the room trying to lay down, think about mom. She in there sick, dying now. And they in there laughing, giggling, having a good time. Like, damn, it's late. Yeah, I'm scared as mad because they big and threatening. And if I ain't get some hot that night, shit, they had to go. Y'all see my mother there dying. And y'all be she get up out of my damn mother out. They ran too. I don't know how I did it, but they had to go. All of them too. A hustle got to be slow. To call somebody that don't hustle slow. I mean, look, for instance, a call girl. I mean, you get disease and pass money, but you spend it fast too. I'm a drug dealer. Stand on the corner all day, but somebody come to you, ain't delivering, come up short, you short, and end up in jail, and then you behind if you ain't keeping up with technology when you get out. So you be like, what, Neanderthal? I mean, then all the money you earn, if you got it on you, shit, it's stolen. You wouldn't even get it. So, state's evidence or God's. Then if you ain't smart enough to get a broker, just in case you get in trouble, even if you ain't hustling, I mean, you still have potential to earn income while you're in jail. They shouldn't be able to take that right because they have what work program. You outsource and support your kid if you're in a financial situation, see a family in a financial situation, then you get work release and just go back like a probation house or something, or go to a probation house. I mean, to somebody say fast money and somebody slow, not realizing that you appreciate what you got if you earn it. And if you working all the time, you ain't got time to spend a lot of money. You just don't. I mean, you working all the time, so how you gonna spend it? Except on weekends or maybe, and you shouldn't be buying lunch. I mean, a good employee pack a lunch, and that's incentive for the employee. So, damn, conservative like that. Then, like being professional, that's number uno. Because if you read your contract, especially when somebody trying to give you extra responsibility to see if you might want to get a raise. I mean, if it ain't something like checking the medicine cabinet, counting inventory on medicine when you ain't qualified pharmacist, then you ain't in line to say that's not in my job title. But if you act like something that's not in your job title is described on your contract when you get hired, acting unprofessional, for instance, on the phone, not just on Duncan. Couldn't have been just on Duncan. I mean, your calls get monitored, and they tell you. And if I was trying to get a room, you don't know, I was employee of the month at a hotel. But I left before because I was working 2 jobs in school. It was too much. So, yeah, if you had acted appropriately, you might have got an incentive award instead of taking things personally. See, I'm having problems with females. I'm having problems with females. I call a bank, a hotel, any establishment, a female answers the phone. And y'all know it's Duncan. And you give me a hard time. Then if I get irate, you take it personal. You shouldn't. Because if I'm disgruntled with the company's contract on what they promise the public, you're supposed to adhere to their policies. You ain't supposed to take my life personal because it ain't your business. I mean, your family more important than my life. I mean, his business more important than my life. I mean, I ain't got it. But that big man, he hired you. He trusted you. He believed, or somebody did. So don't blame me if you lose your job or something. I ain't act unprofessional. I had to play political prisoner. Yes, sir. No, sir. Do what you want because you treat me like a slave and I'm getting called Uncle Tom by and not black enough and uppity, trying to be professional. I'm home. I don't have to talk professional. So I'm comfortable in my zone of how I grew up. But it doesn't mean I'm not intelligent or I didn't learn his school or I talk like I'm on 3rd grade level. I mean, some people are, but I write better than I talk. I'm a professional level. I act better than I talk when I'm in my comfort zone at home. So if I'm breaking it down like shorthand slang or shorthand English, it's just shorthand for a person of color that grew up Indian that had to go and live in a black neighborhood because we're our reservation. So I look black. My grandfather might have been black, but my dad was Indian from his Indian Zago, so I might be mixed with Puerto Rican black. I might be a mutt, but my main Zago is Indian. That's just what they call DNA passed down, Genesis, growth going forward. Genesis means growth going forward. Revelations means revealed. Things revealed. So if you ain't want to get exposed, I don't think you want to paint your toes with Revelation. So sorry. Yeah, I'm like a leprechaun. Go back to my Scottish roots, but I ain't short and green with a hat. Sorry about cussing. Slip of the tongue. Provoking. I'm put you on stage like the leprechaun did. Keep on. You gonna be a robot, but you gonna be jamming. Just think, you might not get to eat because leprechaun cold, and you still he go, and he want he go. What about a leprechaun? What you say? Thank you, Lord, when I hit a lot. You don't say that. I don't know. You say thank you, Lord. Thank when you up in the morning. Just to be saying it. Ain't a leprechaun forgive your life. What? That's more important than money. Yeah, because your body grows bigger. It's a key. Genesis type deal. Your money like stagnant. Don't really move nothing if you're smart enough to move something with it. I mean, and not violent. But you don't need to be violent with money or to get money. You have money, you have money. Illegal or not. It's just written before you get there. So if you take somebody's poor money, poor person's money, that's a sin in the Bible. Oppressing the poor. You ain't know that. You ain't know that. Now you couldn't take from the poor and give to the rich. That was a bad thing. He said, they take from the poor and give to the rich. Dummies. They already had. They need. Y'all crazy. Thinking I ain't ready to swing on somebody, but in my household, if I catch you, thinking you peeing on my bed like a little adolescent and think it's funny, or coming on my bed and think about it, or sending your wife over here to mess with my man for the lottery ticket. I mean, don't get caught. Don't fall and break a leg on that act. Because that stage performance is a bad one. And I give you, but on a scale from 1 to 10, like they rate movies, 0 for that. Because you said you investigated. Mm-hmm. And then you come over here, he did in the wood or something on the floor. I told you I'm going to make the white guy do it. And my roommate getting contentious about it. Because I ain't going to pick up after you. Come here, dropping clothes on the floor. I get up and think, I'm working on it. No. You about to get slammed. Now you see why you need a compound fracture on your legs. Slow that shit down. I mean, fall down. You need to slow down. And your husband want to pull the gun on me. Yeah, I'm going to get offended. Ain't he got some nerve? Yeah, and then get mad about my I ain't blowing smoke song. And knew I couldn't let you hear that. All of the women got offended, huh? The white women anyway. I ain't even say nothing out of the way. Just told you about what I went through. And you ain't have no sympathy. Yeah, because I sounded raw, didn't I? I bought a house, I bought a car. Because you ain't want me to have that. And I made more retired than you paid me on the job. Because I ain't pretty, so we ain't gonna have sex on the job, I ain't. Or something. Or I don't dress good enough. Or I ain't high maintenance enough to date you. You don't know how many ways you came at me with rejection. Especially about money. Now you think you can take my 100% disability and claim it in a day on the same diagnosis and tell me to take my medicine. Babe, this ain't Marvin Gaye song. Because I feel sick on my stomach from your hate. And I didn't have sex with you. You don't realize that you make me want shit. You think it's funny doing natural stuff on toilet. That's something wrong with you. Something wrong with you. You weren't one of them colonial wigs like in George Washington days with red hair, brunette hair, different stuff. Fake nails and something ain't right. I don't care if you take my picture. You know my so-called daughter and mother from the Commonwealth of Virginia. You mean they do common stuff to get wealth? Now you see why I ain't with her. Not because I ain't like a girl, because she should have gave it to me, because she would have been more progressive up here than down there. I think so, especially with me. She would have dressed better too. Yeah, you won't let me leave in peace with my damn income I earn, my 100%, my Social Security, and my retirement. Think you gonna possess my house too? Yeah. So you gonna pull the gun on me? Go ahead. I'm gonna let you shoot it. I'm gonna let you pull the trigger. Don't let me get close enough, because you know how they think the Black Hood. You pull that thing out and don't use it, they gotta take you. And you've been shooting and it ain't been going off at a person because you think they're black. I told you I'm Indian. You better hope you don't get popped. Like DC is, or Wendy is, rich husbands, family, if you killed her. They might, the South might just rise again because she down Florida. And what, clan up in North now? Who's that? Move north? Okay. She was white. I don't care, America. God see you doing me wrong. Everyone that you outed was by themselves. And if they prayed, you hurting him too. It ain't no money. It's his person's life, something he created that ain't yours. You don't even belong to you. You belong to God. So y'all messing up, thinking hit me in my pocket gonna hurt me. Hurry up, cause I think you ain't gonna get away with this one. Man, you've been doing too long. Told you I've been walking in the wilderness by myself more than children of Israel. And I ain't got no corns. I got some messed up toes. I'm a bad professional. Thinking that black and white thing or something. And don't come back to my office or something. But black receptionist name. Women. So then try to keep my butt. Try to make me do a copay. Yeah, y'all better watch that. Yeah, because if you got Medicare and Medicaid, you don't necessarily owe a copay. They'll cover that on your insurance. Sometimes they charge you, elderly people, doctors, and they shouldn't. So be careful. Know your patient rights. Like I do, you invade them saying I'm crazy. How you know? Take my medicine. How you know I take medicine? But you've been in my house looking, seeing I take medicine. Then you won't send me the right prescription. I ain't saying you did it on purpose, but it seemed like you did because you ain't sending side effect medication. And I know my pills, they made sure I identified them. And you can look online and identify them too by pill number. I ain't do that. But if something poisonous, yeah, I could sue Kaiser Permanente, especially from the naproxen. Everybody carry that. And you know I have arthritis and been in a car accident. Women getting a marijuana card too. Because Trump said if you was on opioids or narcotics, it would try to keep you off of it. So y'all got the card that way and said you don't do narcotics. You obvious. You two dudes. And you talking about I'm sorry for I sweated from my brow for one kid. And y'all expect to get paid off me for your kids. But I belong to God and you God's child too. And to dog each other being God's kids is wrong in God's eyesight. I mean, you don't care about God's kids yourself. Talking about your kids. Especially if you're gonna do them to hell. That's gonna hurt them. And you think you can take it. Damn. You don't know God not to fear that. And if you're saying it, he's trying to tell you, you need to come to him and repent. It ain't my cigarette. I ain't the smoking gun if something happening when I smoke a cigarette. I ain't pulling no trigger. I can't get a gun paranoid, so that's out. Who said it's medium? Maybe they shooting somebody. Because I would never do that. I can't even shoot a squirrel or rabbit. God's my witness. If you pull that gun on me in close range, I might tap you if I get it out your hand and say, see if you like it. You like to feel the burn of a bullet in your ass, though. Because I don't want to take your life. And I burn that ass, though. Girl, you're warm, man. You got a womb, but your prefix is man. Why a man child always got to take it? The crucifixion, if it's going to propel society on. I mean, and men been taking since Jesus. It ain't worked yet. Looking at the deficit, and we ain't got no food, no plants to grow, no fish. I mean, you a man that's saying that, and they ain't do it yet, get crucified for the good of mankind. But always take the man child. But you more of a man if I'm gay, right? See, catch 22 on yourself. If a man think like a man, like I want to suffer pain for you all the time. Because you went through labor, that was your fault, right? According to Eve, because in the beginning you messed up his first creation. And you're doing it over and over again. Not realizing you're a man, but you have a womb, which is probably an inverted penis. You might have been a hermaphrodite. You don't know the beginning of time because you ain't live it. You can't say Jesus ain't cuss because you wasn't back there. You've seen Mel Gibson and Jesus beaten and protested about the violence in the movie, but you do it Rodney King, and now you won't do that to me. What happened to you like that? Or think, I ain't never think that violent against you. No, I might have cussed you, called you the B word, but so there's a lesbian when she catch you with a man, and women at each other. You know, but y'all don't kill each other. But a man child say that, and you don't act like you trying to be rich. I'm a B to be rich. You ain't have to be a B to be rich. You ain't have to be filthy to be rich. Like that's gonna work for you treating people dirty. When you have to pay him now for services extra, if you ain't know, at least I charge you extra. And Eve, I'm women today, and it wasn't your fault. But Eve, if you get to listen to a servant, something calling them friend, and then tell God, a certain big God, and you couldn't go, I bet you, I ain't going by myself. So that, what? I'm taking him with, I'm scared. Doing the same thing. You scared to go there. Take me to the grave. I hope you won't be a sacrifice like the man you and want to do. You mean. You don't think you mean? What, just to the gay man? You mean. Because snakes lay eggs. And your ovaries are separated. You know that. A man's gonads together. The testicles, they close together. That we ain't necessarily homosexual, but you tripping. You tripping. Saying, do this for your daughter, sister. You can't do this. I mean, treating the older brother like a little girl. And if he turned to a girl, and like man more, you should understand why. Especially if he's trying to help little sister get out of trouble and you jump in his case after little sister bust him upside the head in front of it, and then you don't discipline her and he crying. Wouldn't that make him want to say, I don't like girls? I mean, they make me do things I don't want to do. My sister treat me mean and I can't hit her back. And mom and dad won't say nothing. Just let her get away with it. I mean, and younger brother now. the older brother. I mean, when you let the son, your daughter get away with that, don't you think you push my way? Let her get away with everything, then he do something and he get in trouble. Don't you think you make them sweet? Act like mom. Wanting an attraction to maybe dad, especially dad taking fish and stuff. I don't see nothing wrong with homosexuality between men. But in 71, how can you leave one man out? And I don't want you because you took too long time, I took too long to come back. You know where I live. You had my number, daughter. Dana, other girls. I can't change your mind. A woman ain't gonna like everything. And even a man, so don't expect me to just take anything. If you won't. Your big girl with an ugly girl on the track, I did that. Ain't work. No. Yeah, I had to go low, narcotic a girl, trick her, huh? Ain't work. But you on snowflake stuff and it shouldn't work. Be careful, people at work. Because if you work on the ICU and you drink coffee, you might get laxative, MRSA, blood in it if they don't like you. Or, for instance, at the post office, ain't nobody drink out the coffee dispenser and you the only one. You keep running to the bathroom. Yeah. And then they say something like, the only thing he did for me was poop. And you doing all the work by the girls on the belt, screwing supervisors on. Then, one thing you do for them is poop. But they keep hiring you for casual appointments after the Christmas season. I mean, over and over again. And then you get hired as a janitor. And then get run out after the graven images and people talk about it on the job. Go to the Navy. Get set up by my postal girlfriend and the recruiter. So, tell me that wasn't a catch-22. I got but you ain't think I'm paranoid. Yeah, and they play crazy eights all day. I'm working, but I quit. When I took my urinalysis, I was clean, coming back from the Navy, and it didn't develop. But they must have did somebody wrong at Fort Detrick too, because the letter came from Northeast, or the postal station down in D.C. Came on Rhode Island, but I was in Gaithersburg, so maybe they did somebody wrong. They came from the station that I was stationed at, Fort Detrick, that worked there, Army personnel. Yeah, and maybe got some anthrax, because that's what, Fort Detrick got anthrax. I ain't know that, because I'm in supply, I don't go to the lab. I haven't figured out. Revelations. I hit it. Yeah, some silver screen stuff might come through, like Ice-T, when he was on the corner, like a bomb. And they gave him all this stuff, and he ate dinner with him and became the hunt. Girl, you out there on the corner doing something about it. I hope you don't get situated like that. If you can't think like he was thinking that joint, they might not get you because you might be easy to kill. They might use you for bait. You the wild dog. Girl, they leave that money alone like that. It'll get you in trouble. A person is stupid to think that a person with black skin, God intended them to slave for and wait on them. You crazy. Get an ego because I make coffee for me and my spouse. I'm like, he made coffee for the white man. I bring him a cup of coffee because he's on the computer. You don't do that to your husband, do you? He bring coffee for the white man. Yo, husband, white. if the white man should be on like that white woman, I mean, ain't illegal. You see any white people get treated like black people as far as employment? Israel with white people, Russia, well, And that's the way God intended black people to be for America. What? That's ludicrous to think that God put us here for that purpose. When all the men supposed to till the land, women supposed to be in the house raising kids to fear God. And y'all want to sweat from the brow for your own kids, you man or like the Bible says you're supposed to do. Man, anyway. And a woman that can't have kids, but you really ain't got no come here, or he don't come with trying to come, get you to come, or can come and still can't have no babies. I mean, you think a gay man gonna replace your husband, or you get impregnated by a gay man and he's gonna take care of your husband's baby. Your white girl think like that? I ain't. I'm gonna say I'm paranoid. I can't believe you're married, man, or a man in America. Mess with a gay person for money. You damn. Even for $1 million, as privileged as you are compared to me, you do it for $1 million. If I ain't some Esau, if you don't get it, you do it. Who you gonna tell? I think you better say, show me the money first. I don't mean to laugh at those who would do it for me without getting the money up front, but you ain't like a hooker. You can't get a pimp. And a woman hook pimp, I mean, if she don't pay, but you gonna send her girls. I mean, y'all crazy. You can get over selling your body like Esau. Yeah, shit's crazy. Then, if you get them back with your boy for doing that, you gotta tell them what you did. And if they agree and say, let's get this money, they might get you out of the plane. You did that. Or if you don't get the money and they did it, you still don't get the money. So, you stupid. They say, I would do it for $1 million. I wouldn't. Maybe you like that, you won't do it like me anyway, so just think like that, you would do it. Congratulations to the black priests in D.C., but I'm warning you, whatever women think, you're going to be missing ties. Because we went down there Christmas and at the Basilica, and they walked out with the money, so if they think like that, they'll walk out with the money. Black girl, I know it's you. You famous for talking about kicking to the keg. Yeah. Hit him when he trying. Or hit him in his pocket. Then throw him in jail. Embarrass him in front of the congressman. And you wonder why Trayvon Martin can't get up. Thanks for your support. And I'm Indian. And you do that to your man too. Now you see why we don't get along. You don't think educationally, smartly. You want to hustle. You want to pay the house if they got a deal, or they can't stay. I seen it. I seen it all. Yeah, run my battery down all you want. Get out, you know that ended in a bad ending. Yeah, it's like that. Things looks like a double repentance in a way. And back then they probably like, that's a devil dog. Where you get that thing from? And where you find it? And probably found it in the wilderness. Right? And it was friendly. And probably fought for you, caught food for you, brought it back to you, and would protect you. And they was like, I know that dog on the devil. What do you name him? Anubis. And he was like, see, that's why I named him Anubis. Because I knew he would bite your ass if you messed with me again. That's my best friend. And they was like, you want to hell with it? So they probably think, and he was in here with his master. But he had perfect judgment. He like, right, jump again. Told you, demon on. You won't leave me alone. And Noob don't play that. He like me. Get back. Y'all better be glad I ain't a college science teacher. Looking at a plastic object, a male plastic object, talking about sexual reproduction, and the girls, like, I mean, all the girls giggling, and you'd be like, I'd be like, damn, if they get on a job like this, they ain't gonna take it serious. And if they think somebody too small the way they think, they ain't gonna help them as much. And be laughing at the same time. So how they gonna take their job serious if they're laughing at something they seen as a kid? I mean, you see it all the time, and I mean, you look at, I mean, and a class object to learn a reproduction system. I mean, it's like they never grew up. They still laughing at something that a mother see on a baby that ain't even that size. And the mother don't laugh, she clean it. I mean, she realized he got a girl. And then if you ain't showing the subject or the average man's flaccid, so they say, damn, you mean tell me that really satisfied me? I mean, somebody had to get me pregnant. And then they holler, but I'd rather have a big one. And you'd be like, but ain't that many. So you just gotta take what you can get. If it's about doing that, I mean, if he all about that and you all on him, everybody on him, he really ain't got time for integrity, right? Being pleased all the time. Especially if you treat him like a little baby and bringing grapes to him. And I mean, people that ain't getting it got time to get shit done in society. So it's like if he preoccupied your attention and the problem, I mean, go ahead, because we ain't got time to pay for the show. And if you're looking at that size and don't understand, you got to take what you can get with everybody being that average. So we might have to just do our thing. I mean, not necessarily be gay, do our thing. And opening Pandora's box. That's a defilement on a young boy. Say I was 5 years old. I wouldn't even know to tell somebody because I wouldn't even realize it. But I'm 9, and you think my parents supposed to school me by then, and it's like with all the stuff they was going through. I mean, it just never came up in our household. It never did. I mean, you look at back James Bond movies, and as a kid, them kids, you kind of get turned on, but you just don't know. They weren't taking their clothes off back then. They were showing the whole deal. I mean, you just knew, well, mom and dad type stuff. But influence like that at 9, I mean, it's like even at 12. I mean, you shouldn't. But after 12, then you're more responsible because your parents ain't responsible. So what he did to me, not only did it offend me, he offended some good parents that had morals enough not to do that themselves. So it's wrong to, and then you, at that age, I mean, you know, it's like, dang, I don't really know. So you don't go to nobody and tell, and say, damn, that what happened. And then you can't tell nobody because you're a boy. So if you do tell, then you get punished anyway. You're like, but I ain't know. And have to go through life suffering because you ain't know. And then a girl, yeah, under 12, yeah, that's fucked up. I mean, you could mess her reproduction cycle up. I mean, just because she ain't ready. But after 12, you'd be like, I mean, you shouldn't let that punish her and you glorify it. And still say, damn, the parents ain't responsible for that. And she is, so, well, he is, both of them are. And no bruises, and I mean, she cut, cuts. I mean, left in the alley. I mean, Maine, forced on 'em. I mean, yeah, sometimes they talk them into it, but they feel something and they shouldn't be alone with them. It's like, damn, just be doing girly stuff. And, I mean, up until maybe 18, college, but through high school, it's like you got to get your brain conditioned just in order to be able to be responsible enough to read stuff, especially a Hollywood contract. You want to be smart enough to read that. You want to be smart enough to be able to count your money, so as soon as you make it, you're going to take it. You want to be smart enough not to get pregnant by taking sex courses and not catching STDs, because, I mean, if you get one before then, it's recorded, it damages you. If you get one after, and all that glory, like Rock Hudson. And some people, like Rock Hudson's case, because the guy, you deserve it, but but anyway. This is the problem I have with black people. Nothing against you. I respect all races, but you coming at me ungodly right now, G. All of you. Yeah, because what happened to me happened in your environment. And then you hook somebody up like Oprah over 12 and she got pregnant. That shit went too far. You can't get pregnant unless you know how to hit the spot. It had to be somebody too close to. So it's like she panicked. And y'all made a rich. I got taken advantage of. Mocking me, getting paid on my shit now. Where songs? Open magazine, you got paid for that. So it's bias. It's bias. And then that one movie, 7 Years a Slave. Damn, I wouldn't have did no movie like that. Fuck that. I'm glorified. And I feel like a slave too. Yeah, and then the other movie where the dude was working in the White House and the black boy was like, damn. They ain't doing nothing. He wasn't there. They dishonored that because he holding down the fort. And look at the system. Now look at, and then he gets smacked. And he like, mother figure. Dad look like a chump. You overpowering him. And me too now. And it's not like I ain't getting harassed in public about my skin, which is dumb. And they call me a radical. And what? I'm a radical? Because I don't read it. My mother told me go ahead. And yeah, I heard that. And do a movie like Harlem Nights. I'm in the yellow dress. You obsessed like the man in the color purple about the white guy? Oh, come on, man. How you know me? Al Sharpton know that he offended me, and I'm offended. Look, man, this is the impression. I'm paranoid, so why y'all jumping on me? The rest of them taking for Al Sharpton. Al Sharpton made it. Like Easy made it. I mean, if you knew this about me at 9, and since then, Jungle Boogie, CC and Moot, I mean, we ain't talking no pennies. And I don't understand why my mom said go ahead. I just hope you ain't follow suit and do the same thing. She's saying, you gotta have a credit card, before you go to McDonald's. Don't think you go, and the girls don't, because the way the system is on y'all, and you gotta have all this. We just had to take them. You just had to take them because they ain't having them anyway. And my son got potential from what I can see, and y'all using them, and you ain't never gonna get them anyway. So why not? When it's, I had one. I got dog for saving one. And he can't get none. You don't love him like I do. And I can't believe nobody love my best son that treat me like a queen. Or mother. What? Go ahead if you want to do it. They don't like you anyway, so whatever you make, they take it anyway. And I'm saying, well, I just make my, and don't say nothing for my life. And they know I'm a good woman. And they on my side about your father, who's a better man than the sucker I got that just gave me a disease. And I just had to have something because I was in the in and out game. Even earlier, being treated like Cinderella. Then they get mad because the man I picked over a nappy head sucker that wouldn't even take care of his first son. I mean, Sting, and this man like, damn, even though he hated, he trying like crazy. And we rising. Then separation. Anyway, so he was heterosexual. Family man too. Illegitimate shit. You ain't let him live peacefully, so it, it's just messed up for Spike Lee and them, somebody who made it, to let somebody like me suffer. Go to jail and do American History X. They torture me now. Because of what somebody else wants. Some girl probably did design me anyway. Because if she did, 7-1, ain't no way with a personality like mine, all this damn shit that being disseminated. Just money, 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 money. I ain't even buying it. And it ain't funny to quit, because Clint Eastwood said it too. And now look, Republican. I mean, like once they made it, oh, I got you what I want, so I don't need you. Good. Go back. So, and then they don't even look back down and say, damn, that's a good one. So, that's the one that I had to pay with. So, damn, I don't like great treat them. I let them do that and give them a break. So either side went on either ethnicity. I mean, it's just so much hate disseminated against our Duff, and it, I just want to leave the country, maybe have some animals, live in my own house, pay my bills, and not even come outside much. I mean, even if I have to live with no electricity and buy some blankets to keep heat in a cave, anything. I mean, just want to escape this Duff and stigma that made me look bad, but I know in my heart I ain't bad. If you using my image to get paid, especially since 9 years old, then 55, I'm responsible. I'm a bad father. I'm a bad. That's why we ain't with you, because like you ever was before. I ain't even buying it. And I ain't ready to take on another relationship ever. I mean, right now, that's how I feel at this point. I don't know what's going to happen in the future, but no, I ain't in a hurry to give it to somebody else. But please, because everything I say, I'm an ass so cocky. He's I don't care. I don't want to be involved. I don't want to be involved. You do your thing. I just want to be alone. Be able to just finally see, just be at peace. Just because I like myself without nobody talking to myself. Nobody talk to you. Just simple as that.